Yo, what is up guys? It's ELiTESHOT here, aka Sean, and that's right guys, I'm bringing back epic class setups for Black Ops 2. And I understand that this is super late into the, I guess, lifespan of Black Ops 2. The game's been out for nearly 7 months, a little over halfway through until the next COD's coming out, Call of Duty Ghosts. And the reason I haven't been posting any epic class setups for Black Ops 2 is because I never really felt so comfortable with the weapons. I never really had a class or weapon I liked the most. But as I played the game more, I started to get a feel for certain weapons, and in this video, I'm talking about the MTAR. As soon as I played with the MTAR, I realized this was my gun. The first day the game came out, I used this gun, I'm like, wow, this gun fits my playstyle. I like how it shoots, I like how it feels, the recoil, the accuracy, everything about it. It was just great. So in this video, I want to talk about my class, why I chose the perks, why I chose these score streaks, what I recommend, what I don't recommend, and other little tips to help you guys out, and so you guys can try this class out and see what you think. But yeah guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright guys, to start off, I call this my survivor class. I call it this because of my perks, my attachments, everything I have on allows me to survive for a long time and to stay in battle to get my high score streaks. This weapon is unlocked at level 4, so you get it very early on, which is a great thing because it's my favorite assault rifle. It's a very versatile weapon at close, medium, long ranges. You just have to adjust your fire rate according to the range. It has 30 rounds in the clip, which is pretty good for an assault rifle. It's pretty average, I should say. It's enough rounds to get a few kills. And it also has 40 rounds with extended clip. However, I wouldn't recommend using extended clip because there's better attachments to use over that. One of the downsides of the MTAR is its slow reload time. It has a reload time of 2.497 seconds when it's normal, and that means when there's still ammo in the clip, and it has a reload time of 2.97 seconds when it's empty, and that's when there's completely no ammo in the clip. The MTAR actually has the second slowest reload time after the SMR. To easily counter this, I would recommend putting on Fast Mag, and I think Fast Mag is honestly a necessity, and I require it because it reloads so slow and it definitely helps a lot. For the damage, it does 40 from close range and 24 from long range, and the rate of fire is 750 RPMs. These stats are kind of higher than average for a normal assault rifle. It actually has the second fastest time to kill right after the A94, which makes this weapon such a beast. It's pretty good from close range, it's great at medium ranges, and at long range it's not that bad as long as you burst fire. Though I'd recommend trying to stick to those medium ranges because like I said, it works best there. It's very easy to control and you will have no problem at all dropping your opponents. Alright guys, next up, I'd like to cover my perks. These perks are one of the most important parts of this epic class setup because they allow me to stay alive longer, stay in the battlefield longer, and overall just be the survivor that this class is. The first perk I put on was Ghost. Ghost has to be one of the most important perks to use in this game because it allows you to be undetectable by radar. Most people in this game tend to use the UAV because it's easy to get, it doesn't require many kills, and it also helps you get more kills. So if you're undetectable on the UAV, you'll definitely find yourself surviving a lot longer, but the only downside is you gotta keep moving because in this game, with Ghost, it does not work unless you're being active and moving around. The next perk I put on was Flat Jacket. And Flat Jacket's also a pretty necessary perk for this class because you won't die by explosives. Even stuns and flashbangs sometimes can kill you if you have a little bit of health left, so that definitely helps. It also helps you survive some score streaks. Sometimes the Hunter Killer drone can just barely miss you, and if you didn't have it on, it would kill you. But this will help you survive that. Cars that can blow up, this also helps because I find myself dying by exploding cars so often, and at times, if I had Flat Jacket on, it would save me. So this definitely helps a lot too when playing the objective, when capturing flags, you know, holding a domination flag, anything like that, Flat Jacket definitely helps. The next perk I put on was Scavenger. Now Scavenger, it can be kind of your choice whether or not you want to use this, but when I tend to use Scavenger, I like to use it with higher score streaks because it allows me to replenish my ammo for my gun. I don't have to pick up another gun unless I can't find any of the packages on the ground, but most of the time I can. So it replenishes my ammo. It also replenishes my lethal and tactical grenades, which is also a pretty major part of this class. So you guys can use this if you want. It's just what I use. It's kind of my opinion, but I recommend it. And the last perk I put on is Tactical Mask. Now again, Tactical Mask is a bit of a preference, though I like using it because I don't get as affected by flashbangs, stuns, EMPs, anything that can be thrown, I get less affected by them, so I can survive longer. and it's a lot easier for me to stay in battle without being disoriented. I don't die from explosive that much. I'm off the UAV, so overall, these perks allow me to stay alive a lot longer. Alright, now let's talk about my score streaks. These score streaks, they kind of are optional. They're based on your preference and your playstyle, so they might be different for you guys, or you guys might like using other things, but what I use is the Stealth Chopper, the Orbital VSAT, and the K9 unit. I was about to say Attack Dog, same thing, right? Anyways, the Stealth Chopper, I like using it because it's pretty easy to get. It gets you a lot of kills, and enemies don't seem to take it out that often because most people don't use secondary launchers to take them out, so they seem to get more kills than other things. I like using the Orbital VSAT because it's a freaking beast. The VSAT, in my opinion, is the best score streak in the game. I love the, what was it called in Black Ops 1? The Blackbird, that's what it was called. I like using the Blackbird, and of course, I love using the VSAT in this game. It shows you the enemy positions just like UAV, but instead it stays on without having to scan the map, and also shows what direction they're going. So it allows you to easily kill enemies with no problem at all, and with the VSAT up, you're pretty much invincible. The last score streak I put on was the K9 unit. The K9 unit, my puppies I call them, the puppies are beast. These little guys, these little creatures will bite the shit out of your opponents. They pretty much kill everyone. Your name will be in the kill feed for days, killing everyone. It allows you to stay mobile. That's kind of the reason I use these 3 score streaks, is because you can stay on the battlefield while using your gun, while your score streaks are in the air, while your attack dogs are on the ground, just doing work, and the enemies will be freaking out because they can't seem to kill you, because you have your VSAT up, your Stealth Chopper is shooting them out, and then the attack dogs are going in the buildings, taking enemies out that are hiding from the Stealth Chopper. So it's a great setup. I definitely recommend it. Now I'll go over my lethal and non-lethal grenades. These are not that important and they don't really change the class that much. However, they do a little bit. What I like to use is the Semtex and the concussion grenade. I always love the Semtex in all Call of Duties. I always used it. I know how much people love using the frag grenade and the fact that they can cook it for a certain amount of time and throw it, but honestly, when I'm playing the game, I don't want to spend time cooking the grenade and thinking how long I should hold it for. I like just, you know, taking it out, throwing it, boom, they're dead. That's what I like, quick and easy. And in Black Ops 2, frag grenades and Semtexes do the same amount of damage, because I believe in other CODs, frag grenades actually did a little more damage and had a little larger of a blast radius. I'm not too sure of the blast radius of a Semtex, but I'm pretty sure it's the same as a frag grenade, so that's why I like using it. And I also like using concussion grenades because they can be used as player checkers. Say if you think an enemy is around a corner or is in some building, you can throw a concussion grenade and see if you see any hit markers, and if you do, you know someone's in there. So you throw that, they're stunned and slowed down, they can't turn around that fast, so you go in there real quick and take them out, which is super effective. Or sometimes, if you see an enemy running away, you can throw your concussion grenade, slow them down, and easily get the kill. And the reason, like I said before, it's kind of important is because I have Scavenger on, and that's half the reason I put on Scavenger, is so I can replenish these Semtexes and concussion grenades. It's so nice that in Black Ops games, Black Ops 1 and in here, Scavenger replenishes your lethal and non-lethal grenades, because I know that in Infinity Ward games, that never was an option. I'm hoping they're maybe adding it to Ghosts. Anyways, that's about all for my setup. I forgot to mention one last thing, and that's my primary weapon, and we all know it's the MTAR. But what I put on it was the fast mag, which I mentioned, as well as the silencer, which I didn't mention. The silencer. I always use a silencer, suppressor, whatever you want to call it. In most games, if I want to go for my high score streaks, or if I want to stay alive for a long time, I think the silencer is a must, because you don't show up on radar, and it's a great match with Ghosts, because if you're using Ghosts without a silencer, that's kind of pointless and defeats the purpose. But definitely use a silencer if you want to survive longer. You don't show on radar, and the gun's also quieter, so it's an awesome attachment to use. And for my secondary, I don't have one. I really don't like using secondaries that often unless I'm using some special class like a launcher class, but on this class, the primary part of it is the primary weapon. The whole class is based around the MTAR, its versatility, its mobility, its time to kill, its fire rate. It's all based around the MTAR, so I don't like using a secondary because there's no need to. I find myself doing better without it, and having the knife is also pretty beneficial because you get to run faster. Say if you want to run to the flag faster, you just pull out your secondary knife and just run to the flag. It's a lot quicker and easier to use than the MTAR when getting place to place. But that's about all for this epic class setup, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm really hoping that I got all my facts straight, all my stats right, because I know how much you guys hate that. Of course I hate it too. Before I end this, I want to give a few tips for this class that I forgot to mention. One tip is try to aim down sight as much as you can. You don't really want to try hip firing with the MTAR that much because the hip fire accuracy is not that great. And also try to aim around corners. If you approach a corner, make sure you aim down your sight before you look around the corner, because if there's an enemy there, you'll kill him a lot quicker than if you actually have to aim as you see him, so it's definitely better. And like I said before, these score streaks I used help me stay mobile on the battlefield. If you want to change them, just know that you have a chance to die when you're not, moving around, or if you're controlling the score streaks. So I'd recommend using these, or at least other ones that you don't have to control. That's, I believe, about it, guys. I tried covering as much as I can. The MTAR is a very, very versatile weapon. It can be used in many different situations. You don't have to use these perks, this whole setup, but I recommend it. It's what I love using. It's what I like a lot. But this gun is definitely open for options. This gun's also good for running around. It just, you have to change up your perks, your attachments. It's just a great weapon, and I definitely recommend trying it out if you haven't already. But that's the video, guys. I'm out of breath. If you enjoyed it, your like rating is greatly appreciated, especially on these videos, because these take a lot of time to make, and I'm really hoping you guys enjoyed them bringing them back. So guys, you can comment below asking what weapon you want to see next. I kind of already have a weapon on my mind, but if you guys really want to see something special, I'll try my best to find the class and to make a video for it. But yeah, guys, as always, it's ELiTESHOT here, aka Sean, your friendly COD fanboy, signing out. Peace.